is the day of the swearing-in ceremonies for Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, both BJP-ruled states now. So what is happening with the individuals who are set to become the first-time chief ministers of their respective state? The chief minister designate of Madhya Pradesh, Mohan Yadav, has offered prayers before the oath-taking event. Of course, they're flooded with the supporters, many surprised with the names that have been chosen. But this is a big moment, clearly. Remember, Mohan Yadav has had expertise with the Madhya Pradesh government. Earlier, he's been in the cabinet offering prayers before the event. And with regard to top leaders who are set to arrive in Bhopal in just the next few hours, 11:30 a.m. Stay tuned, as India Today will be providing live coverage of the swearing-in ceremony. But very interesting what he has said. He has said, while welcoming the top leaders, that he will always pledge to work as a team in Madhya Pradesh. It's not just about MP, remember, it's as much about 2024 Lok Sabha elections as well. So Mohan Yadav, a surprise pick. He was not even considered or seen in public domain as one of the front runners, but his name has been announced by the BJP.
मध्य प्रदेश के इतिहास का वाकई आज गौरवशाली दिन है। यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी, यशस्वी गृह मंत्री माननीय अमित शाह जी, हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष भारतीय जनता पार्टी के विश्व की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी के अध्यक्ष माननीय जेपी नड्डा जी, निवर्तमान मुख्यमंत्री जिन्होंने विकास के नए आयाम गढ़े माननीय शिवराज सिंह जी चौहान के विकास के कामों को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए मैं आज मध्य प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री के नाते से नई शपथ लेने जा रहा हूं। मैं यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री को आश्वस्त करूंगा कि निश्चित रूप से उनके नेतृत्व में जिस ढंग से देश उन्नति कर रहा है, मध्य प्रदेश भी कदम से कदम मिला के चलेगा।
Visuals on your screen are of those prayers that are being offered by the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister designate. Remember, in many ways, for Mohan Yadav, it is definitely as much the blessings of the party headquarters, the party leadership, as much as it is the blessings of the God. Just to give you a detail about Mohan Yadav, Ujjain MLA, Ujjain, the holy town, remember, of Mahakaleshwar, and that's something that he believes he has been blessed with by the gods of Ujjain. And it is going to be at a time when Ujjain is witnessing a massive makeover as well. Congress has attacked him over the same issue, saying that he's manipulated the makeover plan. Let's go across to our colleagues. Hemendra Sharma is joining me. Hemendra, what kind of arrangements are being made for Mohan Yadav to become the chief minister? A surprise pick, a big moment for him, because after Shivraj Singh Chauhan's Raj, he has a big booth to fill in as the chief minister, because Shivraj Singh Chauhan hasn't left with regard to any sort of anti-incumbency. He clearly knows there has been massive people support. We saw Ladli Behnas crying in front of Shivraj Singh Chauhan. How crucial do you think this movement will be for specifically Mohan Yadav as the chief minister?
Well, most certainly, Mohan Yadav has to fill into the big boots of former Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan. In fact, a lot of expectations from Mohan Yadav also now, because during the run-up to the elections, the Bharatiya Janata Party had promised almost heavens. In fact, the Ladli Behna Yojana they launched just a few months before elections. They started giving 1,000 rupees every month to 1.3 crore women. That amount was increased to 1,250 rupees with the promise that if the BJP is brought back to power, it would be increased to 3,000 rupees per month. So 1.3 crore women have to be given 3,000 rupees every month. The gas cylinder price has to be brought down to 450 rupees. The Ladli Behna Yojana the Ladli Behnas have to be given houses. Ladli Behna housing scheme has to be launched. All these promises have been made by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Shivraj Singh Chauhan made those promises. His era has now come to an end. Mohan Yadav takes over from here. But it's just the beginning. I mean, there's no reason why he cannot fulfill all the promises that they have made. only time will tell whether they will be able to do it or not. But today they are starting. Mohan Yadav would be taking oath. He would be sworn in as Chief Minister, and along with him, two deputies, Jagdish Devra and Rajendra Shukla, would be sworn in as the Deputy Chief Ministers in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, and National BJP President JP Nadda. The three VVIPs, they are going to come to Bhopal by a special aircraft. They'll be landing at the Bhopal airport. From there, they would be flown in to the Motilal Nehru Stadium at the Lal Parade ground over here, where I'm standing, by a chopper. And from about 100 meters of distance would be covered by a car. And the swearing-in ceremony is expected to start at around 11:30 a.m. Among other dignitaries who have been invited include all the chief ministers of BJP ruled states, including Yogi Adityanath, Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra Devendra Fadnavis, Bhupendra Patel, also Eknath Shinde has been invited, Ajit Pawar has been invited, among others. So this is going to be the beginning of the Mohan era, if we can say that. It remains to be seen for how long he will be able to last.
What you have said, Heminder, from Shivraj era to now Mohan era, and how Mohan it will be for the state of Madhya Pradesh. Remember, he had won. He's a three-time MLA from Ujjain Dakshin constituency. This time won with over 13,000 votes, and now seeking the blessings of the god to have a tenure possibly as successful as that of Shivraj Singh Chauhan. But it's also going to be very crucial because, as Heminder is telling us, too many promises have been made by the Bharatiya Janata Party to specifically the poor people of subsidies, and that will happen. Heminder, stay on with me, because we are staying with Madhya Pradesh, one of the states of the Hindi heartland, where a new chief minister is set to now be sworn in. Mohan Yadav to take oath as the chief minister. The ceremony will begin at about 11:30 a.m. in Bhopal. The new chief minister has said he'll take everyone together, promising this will be good governance under his responsibility, under his supervision. While also appreciating Prime Minister Modi, he has asserted that PM Modi is the heart of Madhya Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh is in the heart of Prime Minister Modi. Highlighting BJP's capability to deliver big victories, he has, of course, said that this is the BJP High Command that has given him this responsibility. So who will be there at the swearing-in ceremony? Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Party Chief JP Nadda, along with senior leaders of the BJP, chief ministers of BJP-ruled states. Uttar Pradesh CM Yogi Adityanath, Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, and others will also be in Bhopal. But along with Mohan Yadav, two deputies, Jagdish Devra and Rajendra Shukla, will also take oath as the new Deputy Chief Minister. Narendra Singh Tomar, a senior member of the BJP and now of the government, will be sworn in as the Speaker of the Madhya Pradesh Assembly.
सोचा था कभी आप लोगों ने कि इतना बड़ा पद हासिल करेंगे वो, क्योंकि राजनीति में तो वो लंबे समय से है, लेकिन क्या कभी ऐसी बात हुई थी, आपने भी कभी पूछा हो कि पापा सीएम कब बनोगे, ऐसा कभी कुछ कोई संस्मरण आपको याद है?
नहीं, पापा हमेशा संगठन से जुड़े हैं, तो संगठन वाले व्यक्तियों को कभी पद का मोह नहीं होता। तो काफी साल की राजनीति है, जब पापा मैं 1 साल के भी तब से पापा कर रहे हैं, तो पद के लिए नहीं करते हैं। वो कभी ऐसे सोचा भी नहीं था कि ऐसा कुछ। आपने कभी सोचा? नहीं सोचा था। आप
किस तरीके का उनका व्यक्तित्व है, आपसे किस तरीके से उनका व्यवहार है?
शुरू से ही वो एकदम समर्पित हैं अपने कार्य के प्रति। उनका यही था कि हमेशा से जनसेवा करना है, इसीलिए हमको भी इंस्पायर करते रहते। डॉक्टर? जी, मैं भी डॉक्टर हूँ जी।
कभी इस तरीके से सोचा आप मुख्यमंत्री, आपके ससुर होने वाले? जी, मुख्यमंत्री बनने वाले?
नहीं, उन्होंने भी कभी और हमने भी कभी किसी अपेक्षा के चलते कार्य नहीं करा। समर्पण।
व्यवहार कैसा है? शांत है, गुस्से वाले?
बहुत शांत है। हमें भी यही बोलते हैं कि शांत रह के ही सारा काम करना है, तो काफी इंस्पिरेशन मिलती है उनसे।
माननीय अमित शाह जी, जेपी नड्डा जी, अलग अलग राज्यों के मुख्यमंत्री और विशिष्ट अतिथि पधार रहे हैं, और मैं अभी एक हाथ से माइक पकड़ूंगा, कार्यवाहक मुख्यमंत्री हूँ, तो मेरी जिम्मेदारी है कि यहाँ आयोजन की व्यवस्थाएं सबके साथ मिलकर ठीक हो और गरिमापूर्ण समारोह में हमारे मुख्यमंत्री जी, उप मुख्यमंत्रीगण शपथ लें। मेरी ड्यूटी है कि सब व्यवस्थाएं ठीक हो, इसलिए मैं देखने आया हूँ।
हम सभी के लिए बड़े उत्साह का दिन है, और आप देख रहे हैं शपथ ग्रहण की बहुत सारी तैयारी चल रही है, और आप सभी आमंत्रित हैं। हमारे प्रदेश को एक सक्षम नेतृत्व मिले हैं, सरल सहज व्यक्तित्व के धनी हैं डॉक्टर मोहन यादव जी।
All right, so that's a big moment for the state of Madhya Pradesh because for many, remember for literally a generation, they have only seen Shivraj Singh Chauhan as the Chief Minister. Briefly, it was the Congress party, but for as long as one remembers, it has been Shivraj Singh Chauhan. But then, because it is a big day of returning with a thumping majority, 163 seats won by the BJP in a 230-seat assembly. Of course, it's a big moment. So who's who of the Bharatiya Janata Party will be in Madhya Pradesh? Prime Minister Narendra Modi, of course, will be there. Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Minister Nitin Gadkari and the Bharatiya Janata Party Chief JP Nadda. It's a big moment for JP Nadda, remember, to have the states winning with a majority like that for the BJP clearly elevates his position too. But with the increasing number now of the Bharatiya Janata Party ruled states, they will also make a presence. And not just BJP ruled states, but those in alliance too. Yogi Adityanath on top, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister will be there. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, Ajit Pawar, who recently jumped ship, Deputy Chief Minister in Maharashtra, Bhupendra Patel of Gujarat as well. And that's not all. With the non-stop list that is coming in of more VVIP arrivals of Chief Ministers who are expected from the northeastern states as well. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, nephew Rio Nagaland Chief Minister, Y. Patton Nagaland the Deputy Chief Minister as well, and Conrad Sangma, who's Meghalaya Chief Minister. So BJP, but also those in alliance with the Bharatiya Janata Party will also be there in presence. And therefore, I'm going across to Hemendra Sharma. Hemendra, you're at that venue of the oath-taking ceremony. Until now, it was a lot about Madhya Pradesh. It was a lot about local leaders, their schemes, their talks. But today, the who's who of the top leadership from around the country will be in your city. What kind of arrangements have been made? How grand are they going to make this ceremony in Madhya Pradesh?
Well, it's going to be a grand ceremony and all possible arrangements have been done. The venue is the Motilal Nehru Stadium at the Lal Parade Ground. The Lal Parade Ground, if I may tell you, is the ground where the police normally does its parade. So it's a beautiful setting in the middle of the city, in heart of the city. And Prime Minister Modi is going to be here, Home Minister Amit Shah is going to be here, Party President JP Nadda is going to be here. So all security arrangements are there. Whatever possible, whatever it takes, whatever required has been done. Last minute glitches are being ironed out. 3 choppers, the VVIPs would be coming directly to the Lal Parade Ground from the airport by choppers. The choppers would be landing at the Lal Parade Ground about 100 meters from the stage. They would be going to the stage by car, and the entire the list of VVIPs who are coming to Bhopal, they would be welcomed on the stage by the BJP state president Mr. V.D. Sharma, and the entire top leadership of the state BJP would also be there. The organization secretary would be there. So the entire stadium, in fact the entire city has been decked up with hoardings of Mohan Yadav, Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah, JP Nadda, and also V.D. Sharma. Surprisingly, there is not even a single hoarding or a cutout of former Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, but that's what it is. That's what life is. One moves from one era to another era. Shivraj Singh era comes to an end, and now starts a new era in Madhya Pradesh in BJP politics, and it's taking off with
as it is always said, Heminder, that in life change is the only constant, and for Madhya Pradesh, they get to now see it, live it, how Shivraj Singh Chauhan for the longest time was the face for the BJP. It will now be Mohan Yadav as the Chief Minister. But also interestingly, look at the calculations in some way that have also been made, which of course is Mohan Yadav from the OBC group, from the caste Yadav group. There's also the scheduled caste that's also being chosen for Deputy Chief Minister's position. Rajendra Shukla is from the Brahmin group. So these are of course some of the permutations, combinations that have been chosen specifically with the groups that have voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party in Madhya Pradesh. Let's move on now from Madhya Pradesh to the adjacent state of Chhattisgarh, because that's also where swearing-in ceremony will take place after MP. Vishnu Deo Sai will be taking oath as the new Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh. Vishnu Deo Sai, along with Deputy Chief Minister Arun Sahu and Vijay Sharma, will take oath at 3 p.m. in Raipur. So first will be Madhya Pradesh swearing-in ceremony, no clash there. Then comes in Chhattisgarh, the swearing-in ceremony. 10 probable ministers will also take oath. Again, like in Bhopal, in Raipur also, Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, JP Nadda, along with other chief ministers of BJP-ruled states, will be likely gracing the occasion. But 10 probable ministers will also make the cut for taking the oath. We are told there the list of ministers include Renuka Singh, Rajesh Agarwal, O.P. Chowdhury, Brijmohan Agrawal, Dayadas Bhaghel, Lata Usendi, Vinayak Goyal, Tankram Verma, Sushant Shukla and Kedar Kashyap are some of the names that have surfaced. Vishnu Deo Sai, just to give you a background, and you're looking at names of some of those probable mantris as well who will be a part of the oath-taking ceremony. But coming back to Vishnu Deo Sai, the pick that was taken as a tribal face also of the state. Remember, Chhattisgarh has a massive tribal population and that voted for the BJP. He won from the Kunkuri Assembly seat. He's a former BJP state chief. Deo Sai was first BJP's party's choice for the chief minister position. And he's not someone with lack of experience. He's been in the governments. He's been associated with government at the center. He's been a local karyakarta. He's been associated with the Bharatiya Janata Party for several decades. Likely the most senior in all the three names that have been chosen as the chief minister.
कल का जो शपथ समारोह है यह भी ऐतिहासिक होने वाला है और प्रदेश अध्यक्ष के नाते मेरे लिए अत्यंत गौरव का पल होगा कि पार्टी ने मुझे जो जिम्मेदारी दी उस जिम्मेदारी को पूरी ताकत से निभाते हुए हम सब ने मिलकर एक पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार, जब कोई मानने को तैयार नहीं था कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी बहुमत ला सकती है, और ऐसे चुनौती के समय में सब कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ मिलकर हम लोगों ने मेहनत की और ऐतिहासिक सफलता मिली।
आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी का कल शपथ ग्रहण समारोह है और उसमें मैंने जो बातचीत चर्चा है उस आधार पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का, माननीय अमित शाह जी का, माननीय जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी का और बहुत से केंद्रीय मंत्री, बहुत से भाजपा के प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष, बहुत से भाजपा के राज्यों के मुख्यमंत्री सभी आने वाले हैं।
बहुत बधाई, बहुत बहुत शुभकामना। उनका बधाई भी हम तक पहुंच गया है, इसलिए पुनः उनको बधाई और धन्यवाद आप लोगों का कि आप हमारी बातें उन तक पहुंचाने में आसान रास्ता बना देते हैं, नहीं तो उन तक हमारी बातें नहीं पहुंच पाती। और बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। तैयारी तो खैर हमें खास नहीं करनी पड़ रही है क्योंकि आज ऐसा युग है कि जो चाह रहे थे सबको मिल गया है, तो हमारी पूरी बटालियन लगी हुई है, पूरी जनता लगी हुई है तैयारी करने में। हमें तो बस करें कि आप तो बस प्रणाम करते रहो, बधाइयां लेते रहो और देते रहो। तो हम तो अभी 3 दिन से वही कर रहे हैं। 3 दिन से क्या, 3 तारीख से कर रहे हैं। धन्यवाद, बधाई हो, धन्यवाद, बधाई हो। तो बहुत थकान तो है, लेकिन जब सामने फिर से कोई फूल लेके आ जाता है तो थकान गायब हो जाता है, चेहरे पे मुस्कान आ जाती है।
छत्तीसगढ़ की जनता ने 5 साल के कांग्रेस के कुशासन को उखाड़ने के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जबरदस्त अपना आशीर्वाद दिया है और उसी का एक ऐतिहासिक उत्सव हम कल यहाँ मनाने जा रहे हैं। पूरे छत्तीसगढ़ से कोई ऐसा ब्लॉक नहीं होगा जहाँ से वहाँ का नागरिक, वहाँ का कार्यकर्ता नहीं आएगा और एक ऐतिहासिक जबरदस्त कार्यक्रम, क्योंकि बदलवो का जो नारा आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने दिया था, बदलवो बदलवो बदल के रहिबो, वो जनता ने पूरा किया। उसी का उत्सव कल हम मनाने जा रहे हैं।
Let's go across to Raipur now. Summi Rajapan is joining me. Summi, Vishnu Deo Sai is one of the most experienced of all these 3 chief ministers, from a sarpanch to a minister in Modi cabinet in 2014 and then to become the chief minister, the first tribal chief minister of Chhattisgarh. This has come a long haul for Vishnu Deo Sai, and what a moment clearly with all the political experience that he can now put to use for the state he belongs to. But what sort of arrangements are being made today? Is it going to be a grand show of strength, possibly like in Bhopal? Will it be more subtle with immediate work that will be done? What kind of expectations are around in Chhattisgarh?
Yes, the preparations have been done. In fact, the moment he was sworn in, I beg your pardon, the moment he was announced as the chief minister, the preparations began, and now it has reached the final stage. The stage has been set for the oath-taking ceremony. It's going to be grand, and in fact, all the chief ministers and the dignitaries who are likely to be part of the oath-taking ceremony of the Madhya Pradesh CM are going to likely come to Chhattisgarh as well. And in fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Mansukh Mandavia, who's also the co-in charge Maharaj, Om Mathur, Nitin Nabin, Pawan Sai, all these dignitaries will be part of this oath-taking ceremony along with the CMs of the BJP-ruled states. And that is something which is incredible because it is going to be a show of strength. BJP is going to flex its muscles because BJP and in fact none of the partymen from the opposition believed that BJP had such an edge in the state of Chhattisgarh. Nobody saw it coming, and certainly it is going to be a major celebration of that. And Vishnu Deo Sai, in fact, recently visited, just a while back, he visited Jagannath Bhagwan's Mandir and Lord Jagannath, and he prayed for the development of the Chhattisgarh. But he will have many challenges ahead for him. It is going to be interesting, but the biggest challenge will be to gather all the Lok Sabha constituencies and to put it in the kitty of Bharatiya Janata Party. And Chief Minister
I'll be coming
Vishnu Deo
across
Sai
you soon, Sumi, when the swearing-in ceremony begins. It's going to be after Bhopal. But the who's who of the Bharatiya Janata Party will be there. But an important moment. Remember, the tribal groups in Chhattisgarh will have a lot of expectations from Vishnu Deo Sai. One of their own, so to say, is now becoming the Chief Minister, who has political experience, who knows the state, who's climbed up the ladder with hard work. And it's time to ensure that there is public service at display. So there has been Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and now the desert state of Rajasthan. Bhajan Lal Sharma, anointed and announced as the new Chief Minister of the desert state, with Diya Kumari, Premchand Bairwa as the deputies. Remember, while many did say that Bhajan Lal Sharma was also a surprise, it was only India Today television that had correctly predicted that he was one of the big front runners, even though he tried to downplay it. So the suspense has now come to an end. Rajasthan's king Bhajan Lal Sharma. But who is he? What is his background? At a time, remember, for a first-time MLA, what a moment to also become the Chief Minister.
It's a dream debut for Bhajan Lal Sharma. The first-time MLA from Sanganer constituency will be the new Rajasthan Chief Minister. The decision was announced at a meeting of BJP MLAs supervised by party's central observers led by Rajnath Singh and in the presence of former CM Vasundhara Raje Scindia. Sharma, who originally hails from Bharatpur, was fielded from the BJP bastion of Sanganer by dropping a sitting MLA. The 56-year-old Brahmin leader has served as the party's state unit general secretary in the past.
हमारे देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री सम्मानीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। मैं हमारी पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष सम्मानीय जेपी नड्डा जी को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। सम्मानीय हमारे गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हम राजस्थान का पूरी तरह से सर्वांगीण विकास किसी भी क्षेत्र में हो निश्चित रूप से हम पूरा करेंगे।
Jaipur royal family member Diya Kumari and MLA from Dudu seat, Premchand Bairwa, will be deputy CMs.
सबका धन्यवाद दूंगी कि आपने मुझे ये जिम्मेदारी सौंपी है और बिल्कुल पूरा प्रयास रहेगा कि मैं अपनी तरफ से सब कुछ करूंगी, काम करेंगे, अभी भी किया ही है। और बहुत मुझे लगता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी पे जो जिस तरह से जनता ने विश्वास जताया है और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के अब दिशा निर्देश में उनके मार्गदर्शन में हम लोग भी काम करेंगे।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी में कार्यकर्ताओं को सम्मान जो मिलता है, मेरे जैसा आदमी अध्यापक का लड़का विधायक बन सकता है, दूसरी बार ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी में संभव है। ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी में हो सकता है कि भजन लाल जी जैसा संगठन का एक छोटा सा कार्यकर्ता आज मुख्यमंत्री।
Bhajan Lal Sharma's anointment as CM sparked celebrations in his family.
कैसा लग रहा? उम्मीद थी?
बहुत बढ़िया भगवान की मर्जी।
उम्मीद थी आपको?
देखो हम सबका चुना है भैया भगवान की मर्जी है, सब ईश्वर की मर्जी, आप लोगों की मेहरबानी है।
कितना संघर्ष किया भजन लाल ने आपके?
बहुत करो।
By appointing a Brahmin as CM, a Rajput and scheduled caste leader as deputy CMs, the BJP has attempted a unique social engineering. Brahmins constitute only 7% of population, Rajputs 9% and SCs 18%. The BJP's choice of 3 fresh faces as CMs for Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh can be called a generational shift, even if not in terms of age. The change of guard marks the exit of heavyweights Vasundhara Raje, Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Raman Singh. all of whom were given reins during the Vajpayee-Advani era. The BJP has begun a new innings in the Hindi heartland. Bureau Report, India Today.
So what incredible decisions have been taken by the Bharatiya Janata Party leadership. Remember, the party bigwigs who had held control for years, decades, had been sidelined for now. New blood is being given chance. Even a first-time MLA who's becoming the chief minister like we see in Rajasthan. What possibly could be the strategy of the Bharatiya Janata Party? Are they looking at states and only states, or is this a strategy with regard to 2024 Lok Sabha elections too, and how? Here's a special report.
A three-dimensional chess game unfolds. All eyes fixed on the most seasoned grandmasters. The BJP's top leadership makes the opening moves. Former Chief Minister Raman Singh steps aside for Vishnu Deo Sai to lead Chhattisgarh.
हमारी प्राथमिकता रहेगी कि हम लोगों ने जो चुनावी घोषणा पत्र जारी किया है, मोदी की गारंटी, उसमें जो भी वादे छत्तीसगढ़ की जनता से किए हैं, उसको प्राथमिकता से पूरा करना, ये हमारा काम होगा.
Not a four-time chief minister like Shivraj Singh Chauhan, a three-time MLA Mohan Yadav is chosen to lead Madhya Pradesh.
देखिए, बाबा महाकाल की कृपा है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के वरिष्ठ नेतृत्व की, हमारे प्रदेश नेतृत्व की, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री की, सबकी सहमति से ये जो मुझे नया दायित्व मिला है, मैं छोटे से कार्यकर्ता हूँ, अपने शहर उज्जैन से आता हूँ, लेकिन मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि विकास के कार्यों को यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री के नेतृत्व में डबल इंजन की सरकार के माध्यम से हम इस काम को आगे बढ़ाएंगे.
First-time MLA Bhajan Lal Sharma named Rajasthan's new chief minister. Former chief minister Vasundhara Raje steps aside.
मेरे से जैसे छोटे कार्यकर्ता को ये राजस्थान की सेवा का मौका दिया है, निश्चित रूप से मैं उन सभी कार्यकर्ताओं को जिन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के एक वो कार्यकर्ता जिन्होंने मेहनत की है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का बहुत बड़े बहुमत के साथ यहाँ राजस्थान में आई, और सभी कार्यकर्ताओं को धन्यवाद.
A new set of knights takes the stage, replacing predictable rooks and bishops. The party leadership seems to be positioning itself for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, choosing chief ministers that resonate with a diverse voter base. A Brahmin chief minister for Rajasthan, an OBC face at the helm in Madhya Pradesh, a tribal leader for Chhattisgarh, a strategic outreach across the large spectrum of voters ahead of the 2024 elections. A move may be designed to checkmate the opposition's caste card, with Congress and its allies calling for a caste census. Betting on the element of surprise, bringing in unfamiliar notes to strike a stronger chord with the electorate. Bureau Report, India Today.
There's been a significant development during the winter session. The Rajya Sabha on Tuesday had passed the Chief Election Commissioner and Other Election Commissioners Bill 2023. This will guide the appointment of the CEC and other commissioners. Now, the bill was introduced originally on 10th August, but there were concerns that were raised. For example, on pay disparity, and that by former CECs that had raised this concern. Now, the Union government introduced then an amendment. Now the salary and perks of the Chief Election Commissioner and the election commissioners will be maintained at the level of a Supreme Court judge. Moving the CEC Bill 2023, Law Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal said that the legislation has been brought in view of the Supreme Court judgment of March this year while hearing a PIL. But reacting to the bill and the introduction of it, it has become a huge political showdown. Senior Congress Member of Parliament Randeep Singh Surjewala said the proposed legislation completely negates, violates the spirit of the Constitution that is enshrined in Article 14. Now, the bill is yet to be passed in the Lok Sabha. In March this year, the Supreme Court had given a judgment in which it had said Chief Election Commissioner and election commissioners must be appointed on the advice of the panel comprising the Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition and the Chief Justice of India. Has that been changed now? Now, here's why the opposition party netas are charging at this bill.
इन्होंने अंदर झांक के देखा ही नहीं, हमारे ऊपर आरोप लगाने लगे. संविधान को भी नहीं, उन्होंने कहा संविधान से ऊपर कोई नहीं. भाई कोई नहीं, हम भी मानते हैं. जहां तक इलेक्शन कमीशन को हटाने की बात है, इसके विषय में संविधान के अनुच्छेद 324 के तहत क्लॉज 5 के तहत प्रावधान है कि इलेक्शन कमिश्नर को चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर की अनुशंसा पर हटाया जा सकता है। ये दोनों चीजें क्लियर है, जो आपने मुद्दा उठाया था, इसलिए मैंने इसको जिक्र किया। दूसरा, किसी ने कहा साहब ये जो चुनाव नहीं कराते हैं वो चुनाव को क्या जानते हैं साहब। अब साहब मैं भी जिले में जिला कलेक्टर रहा, उस समय तो हमने कोई चुनाव लड़ा ही नहीं, तो क्या हम चुनाव नहीं कराते थे? मैं आपके माध्यम से कहना चाहता हूं, इस चुनाव आयोग की जो कार्य प्रणाली है वो निष्पक्ष है, निष्पक्ष रहेगी। सरकार भी निष्पक्ष रखने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है।
4 शब्द जब भी आप चुनाव आयोग की बात करेंगे, निष्पक्षता, निर्भीकता, स्वायत्तता और शुचिता, ये जो कानून आज माननीय मंत्री जी और सरकार लेकर आई है, ये इन चारों शब्दों को बुलडोजर के नीचे कुचलने वाला कानून है। इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ इलेक्शंस, जिसे अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं, एंड अवॉइडेंस ऑफ इंटरफियरेंस ऑफ एग्जीक्यूटिव, ये इलेक्शन मशीनरी इन दोनों बातों से प्रेरित होगी। ये हमारे संविधान के संविधान निर्माताओं ने कहा। काश आदरणीय कानून मंत्री जी, मेरी और आपकी और इस देश के लोगों की नहीं, तो जो बाबा साहब अंबेडकर ने कहा था और जो संविधान सभा में चर्चा हुई थी, अगर एक नजर उस पर डाल लेते तो शायद ये इस कानून को अभी वापस ले लेते या बनाते ही।
ये एक ऐसी व्यवस्था बनाता है कि एक पार्टी मैन, एक यस मैन चुनाव आयुक्त बन सकता है। वो दिन भी दूर नहीं कि चाहे भाजपा अगर कल तो संबित पात्रा को चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर बना सकती है मैडम, और 2:1 के रेशियो से संबित पात्रा देश के चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर बन सकते हैं। आप सोचिए कि ये कितना खतरनाक होगा अगर वो चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर बन गए। ये बिल 3 की टेस्ट पे फेल होता है, द टेस्ट ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस, द टेस्ट ऑफ न्यूट्रलिटी एंड द टेस्ट ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनैलिटी। ये हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल इंपेरेटिव है कि देश में चुनाव आयोग निष्पक्ष हो, ताकि चुनाव निष्पक्ष हो। अगर चुनाव आयोग निष्पक्ष नहीं होगा तो चुनाव निष्पक्ष नहीं होंगे और लोगों की आस्था इस लोकतंत्र से डगमगा जाएगी।
पहले तो ये निर्णय लिया गया था कि 6 घंटे इस पे चर्चा होगी, उसमें 2.5 घंटे जो सरकार है, सरकार ने अपना टाइम फॉरफीट कर इस पूरी स्पीच को कम करने की कोशिश की। एक महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा है, उस महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दे को लेकर हम लोग सबने बॉयकॉट किया है। जिस तरीके से ये बिल लाया जा रहा है, किस तरीके से उस पर वोटिंग हो रही है, इसलिए हमने सदन से बॉयकॉट किया है।
आज जो सरकार कर रही है वो एग्जीक्यूटिव कंट्रोल कर रही है। इलेक्शन कमीशन की इंडिपेंडेंस वो जब इंश्योर करता है लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड, तो उसमें एग्जीक्यूटिव दूर दिखे। आज इन्होंने इसको अपने अंदर समेट करके ये तय कर दिया कि चुनाव आयोग, आने वाले बच्चे पढ़ेंगे, वंस अपॉन ए टाइम देयर यूज्ड टू बी एन इंडिपेंडेंट इलेक्शन कमीशन।
So let's go across to Paulami Saha, who's joining me the latest in this telecast to help us understand what is this big controversy, Paulami, with the opposition that's refusing to accept the amendments that have been made, the changes and the manner in which it has been now brought in again at the Rajya Sabha. What precisely is the opposition charging at the government at the centre?
Well, the opposition charge basically is concerning the independence of the Election Commission, which they allege is being compromised with this bill, which concerns the appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and the election commissioners of the ECI. What they're basically saying is, the selection committee in itself is compromised. The selection committee proposed by the government comprises of the Prime Minister, a cabinet minister, and the leader of the opposition. Earlier, the proposal from the Supreme Court, which directed, of course, a law to be put in place concerning the appointments, had suggested the CJI to be there as part of the selection committee. What the opposition is alleging is that you have 2 individuals in that selection committee of 3 from the executive itself and 1 leader of opposition. So if the government proposes a name in that case, the government wins the vote battle because it is 2:1, 2 individuals from the executive and 1 from the opposition. So the independence of the authority in itself is compromised. Now the government has refuted those charges and said that earlier the 1991 Act had no such proposal concerning the appointment of CEC and the other election commissioners. Now they've put a selection process in place, and going through that selection committee itself, a decision will be taken concerning the appointment of these individuals. So the neutrality of the organization, of the institution, has not been compromised, is what the government said. But the opposition, of course, as the bill was passed in the Rajya Sabha, walked out because they, of course, alleged that, their concerns were not taken into account. They wanted the bill to be sent to a select committee for further deliberation. So they staged a walkout, and also the charge that in the bill in itself, 6 hours was allotted for the discussion. But the government, the 2.5 hours that were allotted to the government itself, the ruling party, they forfeited that and passed the bill in about 4 hours' time.
So there has been heated discussions on this issue, and the opposition is all guns blazing and are united on this. But the government says that it will ensure that the neutrality of the independence with regard to the bill and of the Election Commission will always prevail. So what are some of the concerns possibly that will have to be taken into consideration and ensure Election Commission stays right on top with regard to its independence and freedom of practice? Now, is there a balance of power that also is being discussed here? Is it tilting towards a certain side? So that remains one of the big issues with regard to what the concerns have been expressed. Now, electoral governance alignment with farmers' intentions, for example. One, of course, the electoral governance in the sense that the Election Commission will take those decisions and then go ahead with regard to, for example, organizing elections and more. But also the misuse of power is there by selection committee. That is an allegation that has come in from the opposition as well, and we'll be tracking that big story too. ₹51 crore cash have been recovered. This is the biggest ever cash haul. Now, the political fight has started specifically because the Congress MP Dheeraj Sahu had the residence which was raided by the IT department. The BJP is questioning the India Bloc Alliance silence, and specifically the silence of the Congress party. Remember, at this time, with about 176 cash bags that have been seized, and it took more than a week for that counting to also be done. Surveillance machines are also trying to detect if there's any other hidden jewelry, for example, that could be present. Just for the viewers to help you understand, with an amount as big as 351 crore rupees in cash, what exactly happens? What is the procedure like? And I'll be taking you through that now. Now, the Income Tax Department cannot keep the money with itself, so that's very clear. It is only the State Bank of India officials who count the cash, prepare the seizure list. So, IT department raids, gets the cash out, but it's counted and taken care of by the SBI officials. All the recovered cash will be sent to an SBI branch. That is where the money will stay deposited in the account of the agency, but the government cannot use the seized money. Now, the money is kept in the bank account till the trial is on. Once the verdict comes out, what happens then? If the accused is convicted in that trial, cash becomes property of the government of the centre. If the accused is acquitted, then the cash is returned to the owner.
जांच पड़ताल का मामला है, सरकार एक तो इस तरह की कार्रवाइयां जो कर रही है तो राजनीतिक भावनाओं से ज़्यादा कर रही है और सच्चाई में कम है। हम कहते हैं किसी तरह से अमित शाह के यहाँ दूसरे नेताओं के यहाँ छापा मारो ना, जो सत्ता में बैठे हैं, और छापा मारो, अगर उनके यहाँ नहीं निकलता है तब फिर दम के साथ कहो कि हाँ कांग्रेसी के उसमें एक निकला है और हमारे नेताओं के पास नहीं निकला, तो कराएंगे नहीं, सत्ता में है। और दूसरा, व्यक्तिगत मामले को किसी भी संस्था से, किसी भी पार्टी से जोड़ना ये तर्कसंगत, न्याय संगत नहीं है।
इनकम टैक्स रेड चल रहा है। इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट अगर क्लेरिफिकेशन स्टेटमेंट जिस दिन देंगे, ये पैसा कहाँ से आया है, कितना है, किसका है, क्या नहीं है, उसके बाद हम स्टेटमेंट देने से अच्छा होगा। किसका पैसा है किसको मालूम है? एक आदमी को दिए हैं, ठीक है, वो तो कांग्रेस का संसद है, लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी का उसमें लेन देन क्या है? कांग्रेस पार्टी का कोई लेन देन उनके साथ नहीं है। ही इज ए बिजनेसमैन, उन्हीं का जो है बिजनेस जो कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या नहीं है, वो इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट स्टेटमेंट देने के बाद इसके ऊपर हम बोलेंगे।
So this, remember, is a development that has stunned India. 350 crore rupees cash that had been discovered took over a week to start counting, and finally it has been done by the bank officials. More and more bags had to be brought in to fill this amount of money. It will stay with the bank branch, basically in the account of the agency, but the government cannot use it, and after the trial the decision will be taken. Satyajit Kumar is joining me from Ranchi for the latest on that. Not just Jharkhand, in fact, even Odisha is where this whole chain trail had spread. But do tell us this, Satyajit. Right now, where does the procedure stand? It's become a political blame game between Congress, BJP. But with regard to the investigation is on, can we say all this money has been packed into the bags and taken to the bank?
Yes, Pooja, can you repeat your question, please?
Yes, Satyajit. What I was asking was, so can we say all of this cash that has been recovered, all of this is over, counted, put in bags? Because BJP is charging at the Congress party for its silence. What is happening meanwhile in Ranchi?
Pooja, I'll show you. I am standing outside the palatial and sprawling residential premises of Rajya Sabha MP Dheeraj Sahu, which is located at Ranchi. And the raids that started last Wednesday is still on. Rather, the IT officials have intensified their search. Yesterday night, a geo surveillance system was pressed into service to find out whether any metallic substance or jewelries or ornaments have been hidden beneath the floor or not. So yesterday it was pressed into service. So the search is still on. Perhaps the sources says that the IT officials have come across some incriminating documents, and the managers of posted at different firms who are working in different forms of Dheeraj Sahu are now facing the heat. They are being quizzed by the IT officials to so that they spill the beans. They come out with latest informations, latent informations. So the raids are still on, and the heat is on. You can see on Dheeraj Sahu, and the problem.
Keep tracking, Satyajit. This is a big story. You know, people still cannot believe 350 crore rupees in cash that was kept at this location and then took over a week to be counted by the bank officials. And we'll be tracking that big story coming in from Jharkhand. Moving on now. I'm sure you remember the Mahadev betting application scam that had become a huge controversy. Now, one of the accused, a co-founder of this whole issue, Ravi Uppal, has been taken into custody, detained in Dubai, in United Arab Emirates by the local authorities. Enforcement Directorate had asserted officials are in touch with the UAE authorities to deport Uppal. Now, according to the probe agency, the projected proceeds of the crime in this case are about 6,000 crore rupees. Uppal and other accused involved in Hawala transactions use the betting platform. They run it from a central head office in the UAE, and that is how the whole development had taken place. ED filed the money laundering charge sheet against Uppal and other promoter of the app, Saurabh Chandrakar, before a Special Prevention of Money Laundering Act court in Raipur in October. Monish Pandey has got us that big story with regard to the developments taking place. I find it very interesting that this is not just about India and trying to find out the details about the co-founders or the accused, but it connects all the way to UAE. How has UAE come into this picture with regard to the betting app scam, Monish?
Well, Pooja, both the promoters of Mahadev betting app, that is Ravi Chandrakar and Ravi Uppal, both of them escaped from India and they are in UAE as of now. Now, the Enforcement Directorate approached the Interpol and a red corner notice against both of them. Saurabh Chandrakar and Ravi Uppal was issued. What we have been given to understand is that last week, Ravi Uppal, one of the promoters in Mahadev betting app and a prime accused in the case, he was detained by the UAE authorities and the Indian agencies have been informed. We have also been given to understand is that the ED officials are in touch with the Indian authorities there, the Indian officials there, and now the ED is trying that through the UAE authorities, Ravi Uppal can be deported to India, and he should be deported as soon as possible because he is one of the prime accused in the case. As far as Ravi Uppal is concerned, remember He is someone who claims that he is a businessman. He is into infrastructure projects. He is into real estate business. But as far as ED is concerned and ED's charge sheet is concerned, what they claim that he is the one who conspired and he is prime accused in 10,000 crore rupees big scam. So this is something which is going to be extremely important, and ED is seeing this as a big victory.
Remember, this is also about ensuring that there are diplomatic channels that are clear, authorities in India in touch with UAE. So there are different routes that are taken to get the accused in this case. And will he be deported to India? That will be the big story. But let's go across to another issue now that has connected America, Canada to India. And you've guessed it right. It's the Kill Niger plot. The Pannun murder plot is unraveling days after United States of America's authorities alleged, under the direction of an unnamed Indian government employee Nikhil Gupta, that he allegedly conspired to kill Pannun on American soil. The Czech Republic has now confirmed that there has been an arrest and a provisional custody of Nikhil Gupta. The action which the country says was taken was at the behest of United States. According to Vladimir Repka, spokesperson for the Czech Ministry of Justice, US is seeking to extradite Gupta, who has now been charged in a plot to murder Gurpant Singh Pannun, who has been a designated Khalistani terrorist as per India. The extradition request filed by the US cites conspiracy to commit murder for hire. America has charged Gupta with involvement in the alleged Kill Pannun plot. The statement says that this Indian government employee directed a plan to assassinate Pannun on American soil.
The Ministry of Justice of the Czech Republic can confirm that Mr. Nikhil Gupta was apprehended and afterwards taken into provisional custody in the Czech Republic at the request of competent authority of the USA, which subsequently submitted the request for extradition of Mr. Gupta to the USA in August 2023. The extradition of Mr. Gupta was requested for the crime of conspiracy to commit murder for hire. After the preliminary investigation, the Municipal Public Prosecution Office in Prague filed a motion to declare the extradition is admissible. Upon this motion, the Municipal Court in Prague ruled that the extradition of Mr. Gupta to the USA is admissible. However, the decision of the Municipal Court in Prague is not yet in legal force. Regarding the Czech court records, although the proceedings before the courts are public, a remote online access is not available. The decisions of the Czech courts are also not publicly available online.